chocolate?
I love dark chocolate.
You like Halloween?
I'm neutral on it.
Neutral on Halloween, dude? Why?
Dude,
How? I mean, Halloween is like
I think I'm spiteful and bitter because I never got invited to like parties and shit in high school on Halloween, like where all the cool kids were at and like having a good old time.
So you
Same
just
for,
by
like,
yourself
college.
on Halloween?
For most
Really?
of it.
You didn't even have like a little group? No?
No, I just like...
They were all at the party?
Yeah, I think probably.
Dude,
Yeah,
like
sometimes
Halloween,
they were. Yeah, they were. They were like... Yeah, my friends were fucking dicks.
Yeah.
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 Well, a lot of them in high school, they were dicks. They were more like...
You don't want your proportion to be a lot dicks. You know, you can have some dicks, friends that are dicks. You're just like, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah, no, but they were all like... They were
Dicks.
like drinking and drug buddies for sure.
Where'd you go to school,
Zealand.
though? No, that figures, right? Yeah.
No, I feel like no matter where I said I was going, you were going to say that.
I don't know.
That you were ready to say it right away. How's this stuff
Built-in
going for you?
lines. This
Like
stuff,
just like obscured state in general.
that's going.
How's it
fine.
going?
I mean, it's fun. It's fun to do. For like, I just like creating fucking videos and shit. I want to do music videos. What I want to do. Like,
What kind? Like for metal, or for like anything?
for anything. I could even do like a country one.
What about like baby metal? Would you do something like that?
Baby metal?
Would you support that?
What is baby metal?
You've never heard of baby metal?
The band or genre?
The band.
Okay, the band. Yeah. No, I didn't know if you're saying another genre because there's so many.
Oh, like K-pop stuff?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
K-pop?
Yeah, like a music video for it and direct it.
No, I don't think I could do that. I don't have the budget for a K-pop.
It'll be
video.
like a Holland budget K-pop.
Yeah.
Like it came out of, you can tell it came out of Holland.
For what they would probably want in their music video, yeah. I just imagine those music videos should probably be really, really extravagant. Are they? Have you watched any?
Well, I'm just saying.
You into K-pop?
No, I'm just saying I feel like it'd be pretty crazy.
Why is it starting to, like, you hear about it more? What's going on? The infiltrate?
I haven't. I don't know.
I never heard of K-pop until, like, probably, like, a year or two ago, but it's been around. So that means, like, if, you know, it must be getting around, dude.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything weird about it. But
Not weird, just, like,
or well,
why?
like, or a lot about it. I think it's popular in Korea and stuff like that.
Well, there's, like, a dude at my work that listens to, like, K-pop. Yeah.
You need to slap that.
I don't know, whatever, dude. I was like, okay. Like, but there's another
Is he
one.
like a
I was just
manly
like, there's
dude?
another person. They're listening to K-pop.
Are they like manly dudes though, or are they like
Yeah.
describe what these people are like that are listening to K-pop at work? Like, what do they look like?
Well, he's Mexican, dude.
Okay.
You didn't expect that.
No.
He's a little bit bigger. He's bigger.
Okay.
But not like, you know how it's hard to describe somebody that's like, you know, you're just kind of fat, but you're not like overly fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that.
Like my dad in his 20s, he got fat so fast after that. But
Right.
Yeah. Feel like that's where I'm at.
Like you
right
don't
now.
have like rolls over top of rolls yet. You just kind of got a couple. You know, you got some.
Okay.
One's big, but you know.
Yeah. So anyways.
So that's we're on that. You know.
So he's
there.
bigger. He's Mexican. And then
He talks like, you know, homie and stuff. You know, he says, "What's up, homie?" and shit.
homie. Like that.
No. He's not like total.
You're like,
Mexican
dude, that
boy.
was racist. As hell.
Like he's not like full like he sounds like he just came from Mexico or anything like that. Like he sounds like he's
Okay.
been
I'm just trying to
raised
get
here.
like a good, clear picture of people
Yeah.
that listen to this. The next guy.
And
What's the
then-
next guy look like?
The next one's a chick.
Okay.
This is like a Facebook friend, and again we're on the, you know, the heavier set side.
Okay.
Very, you know, but like pretty face, like she's very pretty.
Okay.
And
And then
and I couldn't tell you really anything else because we're like Facebook friends. So I'm just trying to describe like the full picture.
I don't know. K-pop is weird
Yeah.
to me.
I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think people see? And what do you see in it?
What do I see in K-pop?
What do you get out of that when you're
like
you watch or hear it?
energized, I guess. Right?
Oh,
Wouldn't
really?
you say it's like very high energy music?
No,
All right.
not at all.
We can't even play any because we'll just get
No.
it'll get like fucking
Oh.
copyright claim or something. Yeah, and then it'll get flagged and then it'll be muted. I could just mute the section where we're listening to K-pop actually, and I could just give a shit less, but then it'll be yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. To me, it's weird. I find it really weird. Like little boys and girls like being very feminine. To me, it's weird.
Oh. So it's very feminine type music?
I think it is.
How much K-pop do you know?
Well, it's like not. I
We're in a
don't know a
circle.
lot of it, but like I've seen it before, like being performed and stuff, like on YouTube, like in Japan and Korea. Like you've all came across it and seen it. If you're a musician, you see it somewhere, and then like you're like, "What is it?" and you click on it.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's weird. I was like, "What the." I don't know. You know when Baby Metal is taking a picture with Slayer and Carrie King is like kind of just like that's how I feel about it. I'm like I'm with.
What
Carrie.
about
It's
somebody like Poppy? Yeah. That was weird.
I liked it.
It was
though.
weird enough where
It
I
was
wanted to
weird.
go see it.
Yeah, it was weird to the point where I was like, I liked it because it was so weird.
I had tickets at one point for the Deftones, Gojira, and Poppy. I went because of Deftones and Gojira, but she was an added bonus. I was like, dude, and she's going to be fucking playing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very like...
She's...
I like that kind of shit, though. I like I Wrestled a Bear Once and fucking 12-Foot Ninja. Or was that their fucking band name? 12-Foot Ninja,
don't
right?
know.
Yeah.
I know who I Wrestled the Bear Once is, though.
And they
I
have
remember
these
you-
just weird ass fucking change ups and shit. All of a sudden, they're playing death metal and then it's country. I remember one of their songs. I
Yeah.
Wrestled Bear Once. One of their songs did that.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
I used to when I was in high school, like a younger classman, but I remember like freshman
younger
year, I
classman.
listened to...
No.
Or like, you know, like, or like, when I was like 14 or so, I remember listening to them and like liking, I can't think of the song they had, but it gets like really soft and then the snare hits and then it just, it's such a big change. It's just like noise and screaming and blast
Whoa.
beats and it's just like typical I Wrestled the Bear Once, but
Yeah.
I remember,
is this
yeah.
again? You don't remember?
What's that?
Who? The band?
Yeah.
What?
It was like, I don't know, one of their songs.
Oh, I Wrestled a Bear Once.
Yeah.
Oh. You
Yeah.
said it was very I Wrestled a Bear Once type, so I
Well,
thought you
yeah,
were describing another
that's what I
band
mean. It's
as-
just like something they would do.
Yeah.
But I remember I used to like it a lot, and then as I got older, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I don't
Well,
know.
they're fucking.
Musically,
They're still playing, even
Yeah, I
though they're
know.
fucking vocalists. Like, didn't she die or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't really follow them like that, but I mean,
I
they're
think she
good at
did.
what they do. They're very good at what they do.
I didn't follow them like that. I didn't either. I just heard about it.
Yeah. It's like,
Well, we were like Earl's
I haven't-
Burns, dude. Fuck yeah, my favorite man. I didn't have a T-shirt.
But yeah, they're good. I just not my thing. I grew out of it. You ever have music like that you grow out of, and then you listen
Yeah.
back to it, and you're just like,
Yeah, I was like, dude, like when I was really young, I remember getting like Baha Men, like a CD. It's like Who Let the Dogs Out. We were just playing that, like Who Let the Dogs Out? Who? Yeah,
you
dude.
listen back to it.
And I had like Nelly,
Oh, I remember
Country
that.
Grammar,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
and then like Kiss cassettes, and like
Dude,
it was like,
I don't know. I
but
never.
yeah, I
had,
grew
like,
out of like
cassettes.
Baha Men, like In Sync and shit was all popular.
Yeah,
then.
you remember them little mini clips, and you took that little
I didn't do the
square
mini clips.
and you like put it in.
Was
yeah.
it like one song?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And they
No.
like shock your ears because the plastic and electricity in them was like so fucking cheap. I swear you could feel it like shocking your ears a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's all fucking cheap, dude. one fucking song, and you'd be like, "Yo, you can trade them." Like, oh,
Yeah, I was a kid, and I was like, "This is so awesome!" It's like, I'm like, "Oh, I love it."
the worst was like CD players, like CD Walkmans, and like it just fucking skip. Like you're walking, like you're like it's like in your pocket and it's shaking. You get like a shitty one that doesn't like hold like mine, I guess. So you're trying to listen to like
Yeah.
Slipknot as you're walking to the bus stop, and it's just like,
Yeah.
like fuck.
And then you found the ones that said like anti-skip, and you're like, "Oh hell yeah, they made anti-skip,"
no,
and
dude.
it's still fucking skipped.
Dude, the only reason why I had mine is because I like found it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, bro. I was like,
It was like somebody thought it was trashed, and I took it out, and I'm like, I put a CD in. I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, this fucking still works, man. Hell yeah! I don't got to use my tape player Walkman no more for the cassettes.
See, I think you're like just enough older than I am because I
Yeah.
never got into that cassette part. Like that was just
that's what we
before my
had,
time.
man. Fucking like cassette Walkman.
I mean, I remember them back in the 90s, like when I was real young, like seeing the cassettes and messing with them.
Well,
But
Well, what
I
year
remember,
were you
like,
born
in
again?
95.
Yeah.
I remember like opening, like my parents would open their glove box and they had like, you know, a
All
bunch of
these
cassettes and stuff, and it was all like organized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like they made them little containers for it. Yeah.
And you have like on your Walkman, you have like the little play, like the stop, like the big old buttons. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, but see, you didn't. You just use CD players.
Yeah. I think by the time, it was like 2001, 2002 before I could like really start understanding life. Like I wasn't that young to where I don't remember it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yep. And by then it was CDs.
Do you ever think about that? Like, what? Like, you ever try to think of like what your earliest memory is? It's a trip.
I try to. That's
It's a mind fuck.
That's a mind fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You
for
just
sure.
like can like zone out and just be like, whoa, like I can't. Where does it go?
You
you
take
know?
a lot of acid and do that.
I think like watching home videos. You ever watch like a lot of your home videos from when you're younger?
Nope.
No,
I don't know where any are.
really.
I don't think my parents have any. either.
Sometimes
I
I
should
wonder.
shame them for that.
Yeah, right.
Should be like, that's
I know. It's fucked up. So it's like, sometimes I wonder if like that's like influencing your memory somewhat. Like, yeah, I remember that, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's just because you've seen that video a bunch of times, and so you can kind of like put
Yeah.
yourself there.
yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe you do actually remember it then, because maybe it forms that neural link.
Helps
between-
you?
in your
Neuralink?
brain. Or whatever. Yeah, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah,
Like I
Yeah.
can't describe it.
yeah, Neuralink though.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, whatever they call it. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what I'm saying is that like the
Yeah, no,
neural
it's gonna bridge
pathways,
that
like,
gap.
I'm whatever the company, or I'm saying like actual
Yeah.
Neuralink, like when it. Yeah, maybe that it helps and like connects to the brain.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it helps you remember,
Right.
basically, because you
Yeah.
probably have all the
And then-
memories. You just can't access them
Yep,
somehow.
probably.
Wow, wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be terrifying.
And then you just start accessing all these memories from your whole fucking life, just anytime you can like just go back
Yeah, isn't that what that one movie was
and think
about?
about it. What
Or-
movie?
The one when he takes some pills and goes all super smart dude on everyone's ass. The dude from The Hangover.
Zach Galifianakis?
No, the guy that no.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. For some reason, I was gonna say Minority Report,
I don't
but
know what
that's
his
not
name
it.
You ever seen the movie Observant Report?
Observant Report?
Yeah. With Seth Rogen and then
No.
the Mexican
Dude, I don't keep up on fucking.
Oh, dude, that
movies.
was a movie a long ass time ago. I remember watching that as a kid and we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a
No.
fun movie. I remember that.
As a kid,
Yeah,
watching a Seth Rogen movie.
it was great. Dude, what was that first one he was in? Knocked Up?
Is that the first one? Was that
I
before
think
Pineapple?
that was like, yeah, I think Knocked Up was like his.
What made catapulted him?
Right. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I could be wrong, but maybe you should fact check that. But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just fact check.
I remember watching that as a kid too, and I was like, "This movie's hilarious." And like, it was the first time we ever saw a vagina like that. Like, even though it was like giving birth on the movie
Right.
and stuff, we were like, "Oh!" We were like, "What the fuck is that alien?"
Dude, this is. Did you guys never watch The Miracle of Life in school? Did you watch The Miracle of Life, John?
That sounds.
Yep, John did.
I don't know that. What is that?
Oh, it is the most horrid, most. If you're listening right now and you've seen The Miracle of Life, you know that was the most hairiest fucking vagina that you'll ever see in your whole life. Like, it was a fucking Amazon jungle, and that was like, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's what Knocked Up was like too. Like, at least from what we saw on the movie, but from what I remember. But
I was like, oh my god.
no, we never had to watch that. Hell no.
Yeah, we did. It was like your sex ed, like the final thing.
And that was
if
it.
you
And they were
watched
like,
The
"Hey,
Miracle
here's
of Life.
a fucking."
Yeah, it's supposed to like kind of scare you, you know, like holy shit, I don't want to get pregnant. Like as a chick, you know, like fuck that. I would imagine because it shows the whole thing, you know, it's like the whole process, like giving birth.
Like a real video of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like real, and it's like, you know, filmed in like the 80s. You know, that's what I mean. We're talking full on bush.
They're like giving her a C-section and like pulling out 5 different kids, trying to scare her.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong, like if you want some bush, but like this was like,
yes, there is. Yes, there
I'm not gonna
absolutely
say
is.
like,
Take care of yourself.
you know, yeah, we take care of it. That's what I mean. Like you can't just let it run rampant. What are we looking at here? Okay,
I would
fucking
super bad.
Pineapple Express. Where's Knocked Up?
Yeah, Knocked Up isn't even on there.
Is there another list?
Oh, right there. Oh, well, yeah, that one. It was Knocked Up.
2007 film acting roles. Oh, okay. He was in Donnie Darko.
Dude, he was in Shrek, huh?
4-year-old version.
You mean Dupree? But Knocked Up was like his movie.
Yeah. Yeah. After that is when it goes. Yeah. There's that observe and report too.
You don't remember that movie?
Go scroll back up, John, to the beginning of his career. There you go. Donnie Darko, Anchorman, 40-year-old virgin. You, Me, and Dupree. I remember that. Like those are like not bad movies, but he must have just had a really, really fucking.
Yeah, he had a rough start, and then he got in Shrek the Third somehow.
Go to YouTube and then type in Seth Rogen, Donnie Darko. I just want to see what the fuck was he in, because that was like one of my favorite movies. I don't know why it was, but it was like just a weird ass. You ever watched it? No.
Nope.
Oh, you watched it, right, John, or no? Yeah, it was a fucking trippy movie. Oh, I remember. No.
Dude, they made him out to be such a simp. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
All right, you can stop playing it, or else we're gonna get fucking fucked with no lube. Dude, yeah, I remember seeing that now. Yeah, he got made out to be like, yeah, just a fucking.
That sucks. Imagine having to start your acting career like that. Like, oh, fuck that. I would hate to be an actor trying to start out. I think
Start
I
out
would
like
hate
with
to be
all
an
these.
actor in general.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'd want to be an actor either. Wouldn't it
would
kinda
do
suck?
it for the money.
What I mean,
Just deal with
how
it,
many
do
times
it
you
for
got to
the
sit
money.
there and like, because it's not always going to be your fault. Like, what if you're doing a scene with somebody and they just can't fucking get it, and you're there like all fucking day because this motherfucker can't fucking.
Well, what if you're getting just paid a shitload of money? I feel like, I don't know, dude. I'd sell my body for the right price.
Sell your body. What about your soul? Would you join the Illuminati
No.
and start using your third eye?
No.
You think you should
No.
use your third eye more?
Define what you mean by that.
I don't know. No, dude. No.
Would you?
No.
Why not?
Because why?
Why not?
Why? No, dude. I'm not doing Illuminati. I'm not joining no cult. I seem like
Would
a
you
cult
join the
person.
Masons? What about the Masons?
The closest thing I'll get to a cult would be like Amish.
The Amish have it right, though.
Like,
dude.
but I would obviously have some changes with what I would join or create, but it'd be more like it'd be more like the community based thing, like kind of like they are, and like we all like do our part, and none of us. That's what your job is, and there's no real like everybody does. Like your job benefits this person and this person that they do this. You know what I mean?
Right. But
And you don't really need money besides what's made out of everything.
if
That'd be the closest I'd get to like a cult.
when would you do that? Why don't you do that right now? We could do that for each other, dude.
I mean, you could.
We could. We
Just buy a
we could
huge
start
plot
it.
of land.
And we could start it and get followers and make them think we're awesome.
We'll play your fucking your grid life
And then we'll-
fucking intro. Be like, dude, we
yeah.
got live music all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then we'll fly to like some Costa Rican island with them.
Some Costa Rican island.
Yeah. Get them away from everyone.
I don't know. I don't want to be on an island. I don't want to have to rely on shipments.
No.
I'd rather just go buy like a huge plot of land and then get the Amish involved to build us our startups.
And would they, though? How would you get the Amish to do this? Are you going to pay them?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna have some startup funds here. You're not just gonna be able to.
Do the
like,
Amish
fucking...
take money like that, though? Or
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Oh yeah,
That's
like a
so
lot of people in
selfish.
the I follow like off-grid living and shit from Michigan, and a lot of people go up there to, and they will hire the Amish to build them a fucking cabin or something. Yeah. Yeah, they take money. They fucking drive cars. What they do is so when we were in Kentucky, and we went to the Cumberland Gap. They will hire a guy to drive a bus, like one of those big, longer buses, and all the kids and shit. Like so we ended up like following them around because they were going everywhere we were. But none of them drive, but they'll hire a bus driver to fucking drive them around to all these like spots to look at and shit, so they can get
That's
out and go
weird.
see it. Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yep.
I wonder if, I don't know, I wonder who put that rule into place.
But the stereotype of like they don't use anything electrical or like cars and shit, like I don't think a lot of them drive, but they do have phones, they do take money, they do have to buy shit.
Do they have like cell phones and shit?
I think there's like one person that has a phone, which is the cult leader.
Hell yeah. That's how it should be. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Because, I mean, let's be realistic.
He's like, he's watching porn all the time. He's like, yeah. And everyone's like, what are you doing on that? He's like, nothing. That's my phone.
He's watching. He's like, none of them know what this is. You know, you probably do. You probably got kids out there, 13, 14, never had a cell phone.
They go and steal it real quick.
Yeah.
Like when he's not looking.
They just go years wondering why they wake up and it's wet a little
Right.
bit. They're like, what's going on?
They just like search like naked women. And then they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, they get a hold of the
They're
phone.
like, this is why he won't give it to us.
First thing that he does is go to Google search history. Like the guy grabs it back. He's like, "Oh, I knew it." Why'd you know that? Because you do it.
Dude, did you ever
Oh.
you ever get caught doing dumb shit like that when you were a kid? Like when computers and the internet first started coming out?
No.
No? I remember I was really young once, and this is like burned into my memory. And I think I like
We got caught doing a lot of stupid shit.
My little horny ass like finally got on the computer away
little
from my
horny ass.
parents, and I like typed in like beautiful women or something like that in Google Images.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, I remember like when like I was done using it, my dad like yelled my name like 15 minutes after I walked away from it, and I just like I knew, and I was like, oh shit. And I acted dumb. I'm like, how the fuck would he know? I was like, there's no way you can know I pressed X.
Yeah. Pressed X. It's gone. Yeah, dude. I remember you said that. I remember we didn't get caught or anything, but it was back with dial-up. And we went on like AOL.com or whatever it is. We typed in like boobs or something like that, like naked boobs or something like that, right? So we go and it's like, this time no like porn came up. It was like something about like breast surgery or something, right? So it like, but it was like full on boob, but it was really small. So we clicked on it, right? And the fucking picture's like taking forever to load. We're all just sitting there in suspense. We're like, come on, hurry up. We want to see the boob. Before they all come back in or whatever, we only got a select amount of time. You could have an hour, but if you're searching up a boob, you think you have 5 seconds.
Right.
You're like, fucking hurry up.
You're like looking around.
Is anybody got to look out? They're like, no, man, we're all good.
They're like, I'll sit by the window. If they're coming home, I'll yell.
Yeah. You're taking shifts because it's taking so long to load. Seriously, we got a printer.
Dude, kids have it so good nowadays.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god.
They got that part of it good. Like they're
getting shafted.
They're gonna get shafted just like we got shafted. Our generation got shafted with fucking. Because, all of our parents were able to fucking buy houses and get all these fucking loans and shit. And now everything today for us is double, triple.
Right. And we can't, yeah. It's all fucked.
Yeah, we got, So I fucking can say that, but I can't at the same time that they got it easier. Because you definitely got it easier as far as, technology and all that shit.
Yeah, but life.
Email was new. I remember email. What the fuck is email?
Yep, I remember wondering that too, dude. Fuck, man, what I would do to go back to those days before.
Now it's like you just message bam.
Yeah.
Remember when Nextel came out?
I like your fucking sound effect right there. That was pretty good. Dude, Netflix
Nextel
used
came
to
out.
be. You remember
Disc.
Netflix on disc, and you'd have to have it mailed to you and shit?
Yeah, I had GameFly, dude. Remember that one? Yeah, you get the fucking games and shit. Do you have GameFly ever, John? Netflix? Yeah. Yeah, dude, you get the disc sent to you, and it was no late fees.
Yep.
But you really had 30 days or something.
And then I'd remember my parents would do that, and I was like, why didn't you just go to Blockbuster? Fucking for real. And I was like, then we could have got a game and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
dude, fucking
Blockbuster
GameFly.
was the shit, dude.
Blockbuster was the shit. That's all I ever went to over here.
Yeah.
I go to Family Video.
No, dude, and they outlasted Blockbuster somehow.
They did.
They're like, CBD.
CBD. I didn't even save the Holland one, man. They still got shut down, dude. Every time I drive by, I'd be like, that is the fucking easiest job ever.
Oh, yeah. But they started, I think how they stayed going is they started doing phone repair and screen replacement.
Well, yeah, but was that still part of Family Video?
I thought so.
Or was it a different company?
I thought it was them. Maybe not.
Yeah, but what were they called? Because it was called something different. A CD. I don't know.
No clue.
Yeah, but I do know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Dude,
because you could bring it if your game didn't work. You could bring it in and they would do whatever. Then you can go try it again.
I saw a Family Video the other day that was turned into a Jimmy John's.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of weird. But it worked.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, they made it work. It was weird.
But they would have had to install everything.
I'm sure they did.
All the fucking bullshit
Yeah.
for a kitchen.
Well, it's a chain. That's what they do.
Do they offer anything hot?
No, but they have bread they have to cook and stuff
Right, so you need an oven.
Right. I'd imagine they have other stuff. I don't know.
Look it up, John. Just Google it. Does Jimmy John's have any hot food? I don't think so. Because you don't have hot food.
Dude,
That, like,
I used to
your
have I had a
process is
friend that
way
worked
easier.
at Jimmy John's, and he used to grow like a lot of weed, like a lot. And he would be selling so much of it, he needed to dry it, like, because he couldn't cut it down fast enough, you
Yeah.
know, like, and to like keep up with demand. And so he would bring it to work, and I watched him do it. Like, I was in there with him when he did it. He would bring like half a pound in like this big ass Ziploc bag, or a few of them. I'll do another one, thank you. And he would put it in the ovens in the morning, like before it opened and before they would like bake the bread and stuff. He'd put it in the oven to dry it in the Jimmy John's oven, and it fucking worked. It smelled like weed, but it worked.
Right.
And then he would turn around and sell it, and then like air the bitch out for a while, and then like half hour later start baking the bread for the day. He's like selling it out the back door.
My God.
It was, yeah, he was wild.
Why are we on their fucking website?
I don't know how he didn't end up in jail. I don't
We
think they
used
serve
to,
anything hot.
We used to, once the Wendy's dining room got shut down, we just go sit out there in the booth and smoke cigarettes and pot and shit right in the fucking dining room.
Oh yeah,
In Bay City.
oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wendy's was, yeah, old school Wendy's.
Yeah, dude, they'd be customers still going through the drive-through, or like just sitting in one of the booths,
Yeah.
like, drinking and shit. Cork would always bring in a fucking 30-pack.
Dude, now people, well, kids and shit nowadays that do that stuff.
I don't know if you can get away with that anymore.
Well, no, now what they would do is they just use their oil pens and stuff where it doesn't smell near as bad.
Oh, to get high, yeah. But we were
Yeah.
like drinking beer and shit. Like,
Oh.
Cork would literally walk in because he worked later. He'd come in and do a lot of the cleaning, and like he was older. And he'd just walk in with his 30-pack and like go and put it in the cooler.
Dude, imagine
Then
being
die-
able to like, dude.
We'd
and my
hang out
dad
there
used
after
to
we
say-
punched out. We'd just be like, we all hang out, so just go hang out in the dining room.
I remember my dad and like factory workers that I worked with used to say that like when they were my age or back then, like when they were young, like growing up, they would just drink during work like that was normal.
Yeah,
Like having a beer at
yeah,
lunch
it
and
was.
stuff.
Or like just going like on their lunch or breaks. Like my grandpa, like I guess he would always go to this bar. He worked at GM, and there's a bar across the street, so they'd go there on like lunch and shit and just load up,
Right.
and go back. Cause it was one of those things where like you had a quotas and you hit 500 pieces or whatever. You don't have to do anything the rest of the day. You could literally stop and read a paper.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything, even if it was like wasn't strenuous or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can just stop what you're doing.
It'd be nice, man.
Right?
Imagine living back when it... Dude, I talked with my great-grandma the other day who's still around. And, like, she was with my great-grandpa who's still around. And he doesn't really talk or anything now. I don't... He seems fine, but I don't think he really knows where he's at. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's still very much there and coherent. They work every day. Like, they're still running our family's trucking company.
Oh, really?
They're like in their 90s. They will not quit. And she was telling me how back then, like, they met each other, like, they're from the 20s and stuff. And then met each
Great.
other, like, when they were, like, 15 and 16 and got married, like, right away. Been married ever since. They were, like, they got the
Happily
absolute
married.
golden years of America. Like,
Well, when was the Great Depression?
when they were kids, like 10 to 15.
So was it 1920? I thought it was 1925. John, Google it. I think
Well,
it was
it was-
1925.
it
Or was it
maybe-
1935?
Maybe it was like 10 years before that.
They were still kids no matter
Yeah,
what.
I think they were like 5, maybe then, like 4 or 5. I don't know.
They're kids no matter what.
They're
No,
like
no, I'm just
95
curious.
now. They're up there.
Oh, 29 to 33. You were right, about 10.
Yeah, so anyways, they're up there. And she was telling me how much better life was back then, and she was like, she's pretty much like, you're not free anymore. She kept telling us, like, yeah, she was like, we used to be free. You used to be able to do stuff, and she was like, life was good.
stuff.
Right. She was like, this is not, Like they're just waiting to die. Like I can tell like they're just like really sad of what's happened from when they were coming up. Like they've seen such a change in America, going from imagine like the late 20s when they were selling horse and buggy a lot out there.
Right.
Like, and it was dirt roads and general stores.
That's what the fucking Amish still do, though.
Right.
They still do that horse and buggy shit.
And then went through the whole 30s and then the 40s of World War II and then the 50s and then the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and then seeing it come up to where we are now. Like, and it's just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, they're like, our age. And that's just like 1945, 1950. So think about having that perspective, the perspective you have now, and then living from the 1950s until
Yeah. Yep.
I mean 1940s would have been like your party years, kind of.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, dude, they've made it a long time. That's a long time. That's a lot of generations.
It's a lot of perspective.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. I don't think you should discount what they say.
No, I don't at all. They're very humble.
You know what
they
I
do
mean?
not talk a lot at all. They're usually very, very quiet. Like when they do talk though, like no, I'm okay. When they do talk, I like listen up. That's why I'm trying. I keep every time I'm around her, I ask her very personal questions, like like when did you guys meet? Like how long ago was it? What was it like? What did you do growing up?
Is
like,
this the same, or is it your grandma that had the fucking the tattoo joke?
It was different, grandma.
Different grandma?
Other side of the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit. Does she have any tattoos?
My great grandma, no.
Yeah.
No, they're very traditional.
Traditional.
Well, not very but yeah, they're.
But yeah, older people just have, a lot of fucking. I fuck like our parents, like fucking ideas and shit.
Dude,
like,
our
man, y'all
parents'
were
ideas-
just fucking no.
The boomers were the worst. Dude,
That's what I'm saying.
the boomers fucked our shit up. We're where we're at right now because of them.
Like, I think, and you'll see like people say, like, oh, I listen to my dad because they got a lot of wisdom or whatever, and then you like see their dad and they're like really old, like they got an old dad.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's never like a young dad. You know what I mean? It's got all this wisdom and or like good advice.
I don't know, dude. I used to think that my dad had a lot of wisdom growing up, but as I get older,
How old's your dad?
52 now. As I get
Mine's
older,
55.
the more I am realizing that I think he's lying about a lot of life.
Dude, a lot of being a parent though is like figuring shit out along the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a parent at all, so I can't speak on it.
like we with Layla, she's in speech right now, and like there's a lot of times where we like look back on it and we're like, is it us? Did we not like do enough?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Alyssa was yes.
Yes.
I can just answer that. No, like she was really sick during the Lily's pregnancy, like just sick the whole fucking time. So there was a lot of like just shit going on. So we're like, did we drop the ball? Did we not catch it in time? But it was our first kid. We did, like when you have a kid, you're like, when are they supposed to talk? Like, when do they start talking? Like.
Hold up.
Oh, dude, I can't believe you were using those this whole time. I didn't even notice. This whole fucking
I
time.
looked at yours and I looked at them over there and I was like,
Dude,
those look nice.
they've been in camera the whole time too, right, John? Why did John say something? Is that better?
That's so much better.
Oh, way
more
better.
comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Those
looked at
ones are
yours
the
and I'm like,
worst.
why do you get the nice ones?
And I'm like, dude, I got two very nice ones.
No, I saw the red wire and I was like,
Wait a minute.
I looked at your red wire and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, those ones suck the worst, but hey, update, one at a time.
No, they were
at a
doing
time.
just fine. These are just better.
Oh, they're way better.
Yeah.
Way better. You're way more immersed.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, you're figuring shit out as fucking parents. But I don't know. I just think they got like the worst perspective. You know, like my dad was born 64, right? So I believe that our parents' generation is like the most. This is gonna sound extremely fucked up because you don't want anybody to die. But for civilization and to move beyond like racism and shit and all that other old ideals, I think they're the last. They're the second or third to last, could be three generation until it's finally weeded out. Because, like, think about all the people that are.
It's getting bad again, though, right now.
It's getting bad again, but, well, I don't know if it's really again. I think it's just more like being more talked about, I guess.
I know your mic picks up.
Yeah, dude, it's picking that shit up probably. Something over there cracking.
Dude, my
everything.
body's
You're fucking gonna have
falling apart.
arthritis.
I have it.
Yeah, because of that.
No, it's it's because of other things.
If
It's
you do
just
that all the time, though,
Oh, I do. I've been doing it since I was a
it's
kid.
gonna make it worse.
Oh, it's so relieving though. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna make it worse though. Just telling
Dude,
you.
but especially as a guitar player, like it just gets stiff. You gotta start cracking knuckles.
The fuck was I saying? God damn it.
You gotta teach yourself to be a parent, and then racism, and it's gonna get weeded out.
Oh
with.
yeah,
Yeah,
the fucking
so-
generation.
I don't know.
The
They're-
dude, segregation ended right around that
Dude,
same time.
it's coming back very quickly. Well, fuck the police. It's coming back because of the police.
Oh, just I just
No, the police and then the vaccines and everything, and then they're gonna start enforcing that shit, and then
well, that's like
Yeah.
segregation,
well, that's what I mean. It's
full on
it's
segregation.
gonna
Yeah,
start going, and then they'll easily divide us more from there, and then into race, which they're already doing, and
yeah, they're already doing it all.
it's all going downhill.
Yeah, we're already way divided.
And now even the police are getting shit on. Then with the whole
Yeah.
you got to get vaccinated to work bullshit. And now like a lot of police are saying, well, they're quitting. So that means the only people they're going to attract are people that just, go along with it. And that's what they want, is people that are going to do the state's bidding without questioning it.
Well, didn't you hear about New York
Kind of.
and the hospital situation
No, not the hospital situation.
and how the mandate went into effect and they had to call in the National Guard
Nope. Didn't know about that.
to fucking.
When was that?
Look it up, John.
Like a few days ago?
Just type in National Guard hospitals New York. Something will pop up. Should. Yeah, I thought it was like to fill in gaps and because all the workers that left. May tap. Okay, so maybe they haven't yet, but may tap to replace unvaccinated. There you go. Click on that. So they haven't yet, but may. Of course, this is September 27th. Isn't that crazy, though? You can be in the National Guard, and then all of a sudden you gotta go work in a hospital.
I don't know. To me, that's sketchy.
They all have some
It's a
sort of
real
little bit of.
sketchy reason to start bringing in National Guard. I don't know. To me, I can see that.
I can see that point of view too. But I can also see like that is probably a thing because I'm
I'm sure. But that's what they
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
Like they know that's what's gonna happen going into this.
To replace all, but just imagine that, dude.
Dude, I
Like
remember
being in the National Guard. Say you were in it, and you're like, "Fuck, I got basic medical training here, but like now I gotta go and do this shit."
Yeah, I remember.
Imagine being.
I was working in hospitals when this all happened.
Oh,
the
yeah,
night
yeah.
Before it, and so I worked in COVID units. Like I did this shit every day for like a year. I got COVID from working in the hospital, but I remember they
Not to clarify,
shutting
you're not a
down.
hospital. You weren't
No,
a
I'm
hospital
not.
worker.
I am a
but-
contractor at a hospital. but I work as a life safety engineer, like literally next to the doc. I'm in there with them. I'm all around the hospital. I know
Yeah,
the
yeah.
building's better than anyone in there, other
Yeah.
than maintenance. But so we like I kept seeing parts of the hospital get shut down, and I was like, I become friends with the staff and the nurses and doctors and maintenance and security. Like, you become like another staff member,
Right.
and they were like saying that like didn't have enough employees to keep the floor open, and it happened more and more. And I remember I was, I still had to work in the unoccupied areas that they were closing down, and the beds were like empty, just laying everywhere. And then like they were saying on the news, there's a bed shortage, and like we don't have enough beds for the world for what's happening. And I was like, and they're like freaking everyone out in the media. I was like, guys, like that's bullshit. Like you're getting lied to. And everyone was like, no, they wouldn't lie to you. Like I got shamed for it. They're like, people would be like, how dare you like try to say that like people are dying. And I'm like, okay, but
Well,
like you're
remember
being
the
lied
big
to.
old
Like there's plenty of beds. They don't have the work for the nurses because they're turning everyone away for like the procedures and shit. Like they're turning everyone away so they don't have enough work. And I'm like,
and
they
all
have
those people
plenty of hospitals and beds to do this. And I was like, I don't know. It was fucking crazy. And then now it's come to this.
right.
Like,
All
or
those
even I was
people that
told
they
to
were
get-
keeping out were being basically in limbo at like nursing homes.
Right. Yep.
Because that's was a big part of my wife's thing is like, there's people in here just waiting to like go to surgery. Like they need to go and get like a hip replacement or something, but that's like pushed way down the list of like it's only emergency stuff. So yeah, there's
It was crazy. And then go to now they're telling everyone, they're calling us all heroes and shit, blah blah blah.
yeah.
And now telling that even though we've been working in it for over a year and we're all probably immune to it because we were literally fucking right next to it, like I got it. Like you're gonna say that if we don't get vaccinated, now our jobs are gone. I don't know. To me, that bothered a lot of people. In my
From
field.
hero to zero. Yeah.
Like a lot of people are about to quit. Like, and even in the field I work in, everyone is like contractors, blue collar workers, electricians we work with. Everyone is like, nope. I was told I had to get vaccinated the other day.
Really?
Yep, because of Spectrum, because it's the hospital's policy.
Oh, right.
And so
Really?
I told him no. I say absolutely effing not.
That's what my dad was worried about because he works at for cleaning and they go to clean Spectrums and shit.
Yeah.
But that's not his full time gig is at Spectrum. So I was like, I don't know. I was worried about my job too because they have federal contracts.
Mm-hmm.
But they came out with a statement saying, federal contracts or contractors is if you work on federal grounds. So
Okay.
we might not have to be in that required category.
Mm-hmm.
But still nothing's came out yet. Like as for my company.
It's coming eventually.
Oh yeah, it is. It's just nothing's come out. I'm pissed off because like my wife's job too. It's like I wish they would just come out, give the guidelines or whatever they're gonna fucking do, so we can fucking plan for the next step.
I think my company's gonna start doing mandatory testing too.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of workers too are already like the techs I worked with today. They're like, yeah, when they start doing that to us, we're gone. They're like, we're all leaving. And there's so many people about to leave our company. It's like,
I'll do the fucking test.
This branch is screwed.
I'll do the weekly test, like no problem. But it's gonna be like, are they gonna push the cost to us?
Yeah, that's another.
Or are
question.
they gonna take care of the cost of the test? Because if they don't, and they push the cost to us, as in it's like, well, it's your decision not to get. So you need to provide us with documentation that you don't have it.
Now,
then we will have
to
start paying for it, and I don't know how much it's going to be when that happens.
But what if all these companies start doing it, and the tests are negative, like all over the place, constantly negative, and then they'll be like, it might wake people up, like even employers, to be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like having to pay for all these tests and then seeing that they're, like this is not as bad as what you guys told us it was.
Right.
That could help. Who knows?
I mean, maybe if it's like the data is just like in front of everybody all the time.
Right, and it's like this isn't adding up.
It's not just going to the lab or whatever, and you're just hearing about all the cases. You're seeing it right in your area,
Right.
and then but that would like be like all these local companies that start coming together too and sharing their data.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like when like Herman Miller, I think it was Herman Miller, because they're right by us. Like they went to masks as soon as they did, we did.
Oh
And
yeah.
everybody else did. It
Yeah,
only takes
I remember
one.
that.
It only takes fucking one, and then the rest will just follow like fucking dominoes.
I remember I was working at Herman Miller when that started. That and
I'm talking about the most
Bradford
recent
White.
one. I'm talking about the most like when they stopped it
Oh, and then started.
and then
it
started
again?
back up again. Yeah, it took where Herman
I didn't know
Miller.
Herman Miller stopped doing it. I thought they kept it going the whole time.
Maybe it was Hayworth then. It was one of the big ones and one of the ones around us in that park. Maybe it was Gentex. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Herman Miller though.
And now everyone's got to wear a mask.
Yeah,
again.
it was the big ones. All it takes is the
Dude,
big ones in your area to
I
initiate, and
don't
the rest
get.
follow.
I don't get why people are still doing that, wearing masks, because everyone knows it doesn't help. Maybe droplets, whatever. Everyone knows that we've seen the emails of saying it was not working. Like everyone knows if you look at, and I did all of it. I did the calculation for myself because I was like, and everyone can fact check me on this. We can fucking do it right now. But if you look at what those masks that they make filter out, like the nanoparticle size, and then you look at the nanoparticle size of a COVID-19,
Yeah.
whatever it's called, virus strain, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That mask is, dude, it's like taking a needle and I don't know. It's like a needle
But the whole
going
point
through fucking
the whole point
a
of it
window.
is to limit it. Which brings me to
I
which
don't
brings
think
me
the
to my
mask
point.
works.
Which brings me to my point about if they would have advertised and came out and said that the vaccine is, forget the word vaccine. If they would have came out with a COVID-19 booster shot that is just like the flu shot, if they would have came out and branded it as such, saying this is going to possibly help you if you get it, just to diminish the effects, or it might not, just like the flu shot.
Like the flu shot, yeah.
If they would have came out and said that, I told Alyssa yesterday, I said, we probably already have it.
Yeah, people wouldn't have been opposed to it. It's when you make it a big deal and hype it up and then say you have to get this.
You have to
That's
get,
when
and it's a
people are like,
vaccine.
wait a
because
second.
vaccines immediately, you're okay with the ones like I have them all. My daughters have them all up to where they can be.
I never get the flu shot.
I never get the flu shot either.
And there's some vaccines
They don't
that
get the flu. I don't get the flu shot.
Right.
I just never fucking thought about going to get the flu shot.
Right.
Honestly,
There's some vaccines that
I wasn't against it.
I have and am definitely approve of getting, and then there's some where I'm like, I don't need that one.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay.
Yeah. Like I went and got my tetanus shot because like when my firstborn, I needed to go get a tetanus shot or something, so I just went and got it. But I had a
I've
tetanus
had
shot
two
before.
of them. I've had 2 tetanus shots.
Like
they fucking hurt.
Yeah, for flu shots again, I just never thought about it. Like, why go? I don't need to go get.
Dude,
the flu
I get
shot.
the flu anyways. Like I'm fine. I'm young.
Dude, I actually had the flu like 2 years ago or something. Oh my god.
Dude, I've had the flu where I feels like I got hit by a car.
Dude, I was like
bad.
shaking.
Yeah.
And like you can't stop. And you're like, what the fuck, man? And you're like,
and you're cold but sweating.
Yeah. It sucks, dude.
Yep.
It sucks, but you get through it.
Yeah, you get through it. It goes away, and then you
eat some chicken noodle soup. Maybe just broth one night because you've been puking.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Hope the church prays for you.
But I'm just saying, if they would have just branded it just like that, why did you go the route of like? Why did you start making absolutes? Don't make absolutes when the whole time you've been proclaiming that we're figuring it out as we go. So if we're figuring it out as we go, why are you all of a sudden proclaiming absolutes?
Yeah, no, it
just doesn't make sense. And none of them, and all of them said, like Kamala Harris was like, I won't take a fucking Trump vaccine. Well, that's where this started.
Yeah.
And they're taking it.
It's all about control and taking over. We know what's happening.
I'm still waiting for her fucking promise of legalizing marijuana. You remember that?
No.
She said it. I think it was her debate with Mike Pence.
Oh yeah.
They were trying to cut away from her to go back to Mike Pence, and she's like, "And we'll legalize marijuana." Look it up, John.
Did
Kamala Harris legalize marijuana.
I don't
debate.
remember that.
Kamala Harris legalize weed debate. Type that into YouTube. It's there, dude. I watched it. I seen it live. I was like, did she just fucking say that?
She hasn't worked on shit yet. What has she done yet so far?
Just made headlines for not appearing places.
Fucking bitch.
Every time I see a big headline from her, it's because she didn't go somewhere, or like was supposed to go here and is not going anymore, or she's fucking shit up more for Joe Biden. Or something.
Do you think when it goes federally legal that
it's I think she was sitting down.
if it goes federally legal, do you think that Texas will still say no?
No.
You think they'll be like no?
No, it can't be. I don't know.
We'll throw your ass in prison.
What are you doing over there, John? Okay. No, I want the debate one. Oh. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
She's such a stoner.
Why? Nobody go to the first one.
Type in Kamala Harris,
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Pence.
Yeah, Mike Pence. Fuck, I gotta pee. You can go pee if you want.
I'm not going right now. Hell no.
All right. Delete weed debate, and then just type in legalize. Marijuana.
Look at YouTube trying to act like that didn't happen anymore.
Dude, it's fucking, it's somewhere on here. What the fuck, man? I heard it.
I don't know.
I heard it.
It's not showing up.
No, I heard it. Oh, no, never mind.
Said, oh.
Because I think that's the one where they were sitting down.
Oh, I can't back up what I said.
I can't. She said it. Damn it. All right. Anyways, as I go and search myself, I'm like, no, dude. This
I'll find it.
This totally
I know
fucking
where it's
happened.
at.
This totally fucking happened. Says she'll legalize. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. Because I heard it. But fuck it. Fuck it.
Did you know I could do that?
I can kind of.
That was pretty good.
That's good.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one. I'm surprised it came out like that.
Yeah, it was. It sounded like a deep raindrop. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, it gets addicting. I remember when I was a kid, I used to just sit there and just like flicking myself trying to.
You ever do it like that? Where you like get your tongue on the roof of your mouth?
It's pretty good.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. It is. So hunting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hunting season.
I do that to fuck with the deer. I'm like looking down. I'm like,
yeah.
you're like looking around, looking for the water.
You're like,
I know it's super dry out. That's how I call them. It gets super fucking dry and there's no water anywhere. And then I'm like, that would have scared them away.
yeah. You're like, that was you when you dropped, bitch.
And then they're all like looking around for it, and I'm like, I just keep calling them closer.
You know, I keep thinking of the video where the fucking what is it? Oh yeah, Scott Zank said they prefer dwarf. So when the dwarf
He like falls
into the pool or whatever,
yeah,
it's like
it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. And then have you seen the one with the fireball where he's like picking out the fireball and he picks up a half gallon And then, or it was like a fifth. And then he like hands it to a regular person, and it cuts to their point of view, and he's handing them like a single shot. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucked up. It's funny,
dude.
though.
I give them. People can dog on themselves, you know.
Yeah,
Like
I'm a horrible hunter, dude.
horrible hunter.
I think so.
Did you already get one this year though?
Yeah.
So
I
why
just,
are you a horrible hunter?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not that bad, but I just look up.
Another piece of candy.
Fuck yeah.
What do you want?
I'm not gonna lie. All right. Trick or treat.
That was good. That was good. You only laugh if you seen it. Anyways, what were you saying?
No, maybe I look up to like the great hunters like Steve Rinella and stuff like that, but
I knew you were gonna say
and, like
that.
Joe Rogan. But fucking, then when I get out there, I get so fucking frustrated.
Dude,
Like making the smallest move and all the deer running away. Like
Really?
I'm just like, dude, the smallest.
are you seeing
little
that much
sound.
though?
Well, in my experiences hunting, it's happened many times where I just make the smallest little fucking sound and they all start running away. I'm like, how the did you hear me? And I'm sitting there like yelling in my head like,
You ever think
But
about
I
just like
can't
taking
yell.
a shotgun?
dude, even like picking your gun up, like we'll do it.
It would ruin your meat. Wouldn't it not?
With a machine gun?
No, like a shotgun. Or no, I guess I wouldn't ruin it.
No,
but
I use a shotgun to kill deer.
Is that what you use? Okay.
Now I use a 350, but I used to use a shotgun.
I'm just thinking about this shotgun that has a huge spray, and you just like it just obliterate this fucking deer.
Well, you can use buckshots.
Right.
which is
That's
like
what
a
I just
spray.
thought of. You know, as I was talking, I was like, oh yeah, buckshot.
You can use birdshot, but you're not going to kill it. It's just kind of a horrible thing to do to something.
Fuck you. You piece of shit.
like, fuck you, deer. Bang.
Bang. Yeah, but you're bow hunting.
Yeah.
So you got it with a bow?
Yeah. I
Are you
did.
sure?
Yeah, it was just not a good experience.
No. Why?
I didn't get the best shot on it, so. when
Oh,
that
I had a
happens, it's
horrible
just-
death.
Wasn't the death I was hoping for. It was a hard shot.
How
Though.
far-
I will say that it was a very hard shot
How
because there
far?
was a lot of. I shouldn't have taken the shot, but there was like a lot of tree and brush in the way, and I had to like time it right between the arrow going through this like opening in the brush
Yeah.
and it walking by, and it was a kill shot, but you know I tracked it. I let it
How far did you have to track it before it finally dropped?
too far,
Really?
200 yards, 2 football fields.
Now just
Through
imagine.
some thick woods.
Just imagine if you could have heard that deer in an English voice. Just going away and be like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck me,
Dude, the thing
hurts.
is too,
this hurts."
when I found it, it was paralyzed. And I'm like, how did it get this far, dude? Like I saw it take off running when the arrow hit it. Like it took off. I
Yeah.
watched it run into the woods.
And you're like, "Fuck."
I was like, fuck. Like I thought I missed at first. But yeah, when I found it, it was paralyzed and I'm like I was just like dumbfounded.
So
I
you
was
had to
like,
give,
I
like, a
watched
kill?
you run
Yeah.
like a long fucking ways. It made no sense to me.
How'd
It
you
blew
kill
my
it?
mind, dude. These deer are some of the toughest creatures around, but it's really honestly, I don't like killing deer. It's sad, but I understand why I do it.
Right.
But we probably shouldn't put this on camera, but you know, I did what I had to do when that happens, which it's happened. Yeah, you do what you gotta do, but It's just really, it's not a good situation. You don't know.
Like me, myself, and Irene with the cow.
Yeah.
And he's just beating the shit out of it. He's like, would you die?
Well, I wasn't beating it.
I know.
No, I made it quick and, as quick as I could.
Right.
But it was, yeah, you don't ever want that to happen.
No.
It's always a bad situation.
So how heavy was it?
It wasn't that big.
Yeah. Well,
I get it out alone, no problem.
yeah.
But I mean, it took a while, but it wasn't like I had to quarter it up or like call for help.
So do you take it to like a processor?
No, I do it all myself.
Did?
Yeah. So
Already?
just like, yeah.
Done, right?
Yep. Well, I got to grind up the burger still and freeze it, but
it's all
yeah,
the rest,
is all
yeah.
butchered up and yeah, it's all taken care of.
Dang. So you're gonna be trying to get another one?
Mm-hmm.
What are
I'm
you
gonna
going
go for
out?
a lot more.
Gonna go out again?
Yeah, a
Soon?
lot more. Yeah, probably maybe tomorrow.
Really?
We'll see. There's a few big bucks around there. I'd like to get one of them.
So you just kind of go hang out after work?
Yeah, go like right after work.
Up until like dusk or something?
Until the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But it's off your property? Or I mean
it's
off
in
your
public
dad?
land.
Yeah.
No, it's in public. It's way down south in Allegan.
Oh.
Middle of nowhere. Right in the middle of the woods. Dude, you don't realize how
fucking
big...
dusk coming early now.
Yeah, you don't realize how big Allegan is until you start driving through the state game area. And it's just miles of dirt roads after dirt roads. And
yeah, you can camp and shit out there, too.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. But, yeah, it's all just hunting land. It's like one of the biggest, spots in the state for hunting because of that. And
so you got your stand and everything set up out there?
Yeah. And, like, I know the GPS coordinates of it, and I kind of know how to get there for the most part.
Right.
But good luck anyone finding it. And it's all chained up and locked up.
Right. Yeah, but wouldn't that be some shit? Like, you go out there and there's somebody, like, sitting on your stand.
I get fucking pissed.
Like, first of all, they're, like, hunting, like, where you're at.
I just had to move my stand because someone moved into my spot the day after I shot that deer.
Where did they like a tree by you?
No, they came in and they put a big ass fucking Fort Knox blind up right in the middle of the fucking pond. It's like a dried up pond. They just like went out right in the open, and I was like hunting the edge of that, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? It's public land. So I'm like, for me, I was like, you are a piece of shit.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Like, what is the etiquette? You
like, don't do that. That guy.
But like,
I'm not even gonna argue with him.
You're walking by. You're looking for a
scope
spot.
out your land first, and like 400 yards in the radius of where you want to be, like far out there. Make sure there's no one else by you, no blinds, no stands. If you like that spot, pick that spot. Put a stand up. That's your territory. Other people need to do their due diligence and stay the fuck out of your area.
Right.
And that guy just blatantly.
So this is a good spot.
Yeah, well,
I don't really see anything.
I went out there, the morning after I shot the deer the night before, and that it was the second day of hunting season. Like, I got that deer on opening day, and then I went out there, and that motherfucker's sitting there, and I'm just like, I just walked up, and I just walked all around, put my scent everywhere. I ruined a spot for the day. I was like, fuck you, dude. And then I came.
It's like peeing on every bush.
Yeah, and then I got my truck, held the horn down a bunch to, like, scare everything away in the woods. I was like, fuck around, dude. Fucking dick.
Fuck around, dude. Fuck around, dude.
Fuck around, gonna scare your fucking deer away. And then, I'm sure.
How far are you away from the road, though? Like, how far are you hiking in?
Well, from my parking spot, you can hear the horn from that parking spot for sure.
Yeah.
But it's
if you just like
from there, I don't know, maybe 300 yards, not that far.
Oh.
But my new spot, it's far in there. I put it on a whole different area of the state game forest, but it's it's in a whole new area and like deep in the woods. Deep. Yeah, no one's finding that. I can only get to it with GPS coordinates and hope for the best that I eventually see it.
So on your stand though, is it just like enough room for you to just like sit
and stand up? Yeah,
you can stand up on it.
You gotta be careful standing up.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I have a harness on and everything, but
right.
But yeah, I don't want to follow that harness. Get in the middle of the woods, no one's around, zero cell phone service. Like, if you fall, even if that thing saves your life, let's say it does, and now you're just hanging there, now you have to get out of that situation.
You have to, like,
what are you
somehow
gonna do?
shimmy up the tree.
Yep. Hope for the best.
or shimmy. Well, you could probably eventually swing yourself over
And
where
then you
the
better
ladder
hope that
is.
your bow and the arrows didn't fall and stab you and go through you, because the arrows and the tips on them are like, these massive bladed things.
Yeah.
Like, imagine falling with an arrow in the stand and just it fucks up, and next thing you know, it hit the tree and you pressure it against the tree, and now you're just hanging there with an arrow in you. And
Got an arrow in my knee.
bro, that shit's, I don't care what anyone says, dude. That shit is dangerous as fuck. Like, the more I hunt, the more I have respect for those people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, holy
You
shit.
ever listen to the Meat Eater podcast?
Yeah, all
Stephen
the
Noah?
time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I don't even hunt, but it's good.
Yeah.
I like listening to it. I like learning a bunch of shit all the time.
Well, fucking learn how to hunt, dude. Start hunting.
Dude, it's a big startup cost.
Yeah. I mean, you can hunt from the ground, but all you got to really do is get a shotgun, some slugs, your base license, a tag, and then go to Meijer or something, Walmart, buy some camo, and go. It's gonna be hard for you at first.
Yeah, go out
for
there
sure.
and sit. Dude, that's what I
Be
did with my
patient.
grandpa,
And
dude.
just
We'd
sit
walk
there
out
and
in the
be
woods
fucking
for a
patient.
while. We'd just walk, and then he'd pick a fucking log.
I mean, now it's
And then we'd sit on the ground, and he'd lean against the log, so you'd have something
Right.
to lean against. And then with his gun, we'd just wait.
just sit there and wait. You guys stay dead fucking still, and they will eventually walk out. But it's like that. It's hard for that. Now it's easier for me because I have all the stuff, and and like the nice tree stands and good camo and the scent locks and all that. So and my scent spray and a nice bow and arrows and guns and calls. So like now it's a lot easier for me than someone just starting out. It's still not easy for me. It's still hard work. It's like it's fucking hard. And you got to practice. But for like someone, what I'm doing, I'm gonna see a lot more deer and have a lot more opportunity than someone that's sitting on the ground starting out. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
But
It's better to be up high, especially scent and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like hunting. It's peaceful. Until you pull the trigger.
So how long will you go out for? Like if you had a weekend day, you had all day. What would you?
I'll go out in the morning, probably from like 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. and then I'll take a break until like 3 p.m. and then go back out until sun sets.
Oh, okay. So you split it up.
Yeah, I'll go like get something to eat. And then
You're not sitting out there in the midday.
No, I don't do that. I mean, I know some people that will sit out there all day. Fuck that.
Fuck that, dude. Why?
I mean, you could be missing opportunity. I get that, but like, fuck. I like to enjoy my life too.
Like hunting, like if you're going on like a hunting trip where you're gonna be like hiking around mountains and shit.
Yeah, that's different.
Right. And then you're pretty much hunting from the ground too.
No, when I go mobile, I have like a climber, like a tree stand. They call it a climber.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like two sections, one for your upper body in the seat, and then like one for the leg platform. But there's like, it's this pretty ingenious way that you wrap these big, heavy cables around.
Yeah, big, heavy
tree
that you're carrying with you on a multi-day.
Yeah,
hunt.
well, that's what you do.
Really?
You have like backpack straps on it, and you carry it on your back. And then, but then it wraps around a tree. You find any good tree and work your way up it.
Huh.
It works really good. Very portable. I used it the other day.
How heavy is it though?
You can get aluminum ones to make them lighter, but mine's not that light. But it sucks. But
yeah,
am I boring you with my hunting?
No,
so
that's just me getting lack of sleep every night.
Yeah, but then like when it comes time to like do the deed, holy fuck, that gets interesting.
Do the deed. When you gotta pee?
No, like when you gotta kill something.
Oh.
Like, especially if something goes wrong. Like, if you down it right away and you got it in the heart or something, it drops. That's perfect scenario. Then it feels super good and nothing, like, suffers. But, like, then if you spine something and it gets paralyzed, like, that's happened to me twice in my life. One was the first buck I shot, and that was, like, well, like, how we sighted it in at 100 yards with the shotgun and a slug was I had to aim at 100 yards 2 inches lower than where I want the bullet to hit. But then when I saw this buck way in the, coming through, it was raining, it was moving pretty fast. My window of opportunity was very small, so I like aimed, got it on there and shot it. But I aimed right behind the shoulder. and I forgot at 100 yards I have to aim 2 inches lower. So where that bullet went, it was right through its spine, and it dropped right away, like it collapsed.
Yeah, because
right, but then I saw it in the distance, like trying to get away with its upper body, and that's when I knew I spined it, and I was like, "Fuck!" And that's not gonna kill it. So it's like that gets intense because then you have to like walk up to it and and do the deed and like take care of what you did. But. And it's really sad. It's not a good situation. But other than that, like hunting, that is like a hunter's worst situation. And it's happened to me twice. I'm okay right now. Thank you. But other than that, hunting is extremely enjoyable.
I just like being in nature.
But yeah, like being in nature. But even when that stuff happens, dude, that death compared to what I've seen coyotes do to these things is like, that's what
people don't understand about hunting and shit. It's like, dude, like all these wild animals and stuff, they're gonna die a gruesome death.
Like I've literally seen baby deer get eaten alive and from all different directions from coyotes. Like it is, and they're being literally eaten alive, and it's torn apart. It's horrible, and it's like that's common. That happens out there. That's how they die. And then,
So have you ever done a hunting backpacking camping trip?
Yes, and well, kind of, but went back to a cabin at night.
Okay.
But
so you had an area that
that was
hunting.
up in like Manistee National Forest up north.
Oh right.
It was a big forest. Like there's bears and cougars everywhere. Like it's a huge
Have you ever gone
forest.
backpack camping though? Where you carry everything? No.
Like in actually camp?
Yeah.
No.
Dude. That is like a feeling.
I would do it though.
That's a feeling of
I want to do it.
Vulnerability.
I want to do that while hunting for a bear in the UP.
Oh,
that would be pretty intense.
Bear hunting would be super hard too, because they always run
yes
away.
And no. You just
unless you had a stand and you're gonna sit there all day. Yeah,
I've had bear walk up on me in the stand in Manistee, so like that's what. Yeah, so
and they can climb that fucking tree.
Yeah, for sure. No, he knew right where I was. He looked right at me.
So.
He walked underneath me. I saw him coming up, and I was like, I had a 30-06 on me. So, but I looked at him, and I was like, oh, fuck. And he smelled me right away. No, black bear was small, but, I mean, it's a bear.
Cub?
No. And it looked right up at me, and I just kind of, like, looked down at it, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, he sees me. He knows I'm here. And then he just kind of, like, waited a second staring at me, and he kept walking. And I was like, I mean, they're mostly harmless, the black bear are.
Yeah.
But still, to me, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, if it wants to get you, it's going to get you.
I know. That's why, like, everybody's, like, in the, like, hiking groups and shit. It's like, oh, I want to see a bear. I want to see a bear. I'm like, yeah, like, there's a part of me that wants to see a bear.
From a safe distance.
But I don't want to be. I don't want to, like, be walking along, like, a ridge. And then you like come around the corner because you can't see.
Especially if you corner a bear, it's on a ridge.
And then you're walking. No, I'm just saying along a trail. You're coming up where you can't see the other side, and then there's a fucking bear there.
Yeah.
Like,
have you seen that happen in Alaska with those hikers or whatever they were? And they walked up, and there was like 3 grizzlies or big ass brown bears sitting there, and everyone was just sitting there like just dead still, like and slowly walking backwards. Like, holy shit.
That's intense, dude.
I saw that video online. I was like, fuck that.
That's why, like, people, like, will have, like, hiking bells. And it's, like, sleigh bells, basically, on their backpack.
Oh, to, like, make a bunch of noise.
So as they're hiking, it's ding, ding, ding. And, by the time you get around to that corner,
everything's ran away.
They're gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to run away before, you see them.
Right. Yeah, they can smell you. They know when you're coming. They'll smell you, dude. I was watching Steve Rennell hunt a bear, and a bear got a whiff of him at 1,000 yards. 1,000 yards, other side of the fucking mountain.
He was
range.
Probably like his scent was going that way, though.
Yep,
probably.
I'm sure the wind took it right to him, but still, either
that's
way,
the thing.
Got it and took off running.
But that's the thing about like, pepper or bear spray too.
They did have that. A lot of I think they might have been guides for the hike or whatever, but they had like a big cans of bear mace out, like ready to go.
Yeah, but if a bear is coming at you and the wind is going towards you,
oh yeah,
and you spray,
that would suck.
you're fucked.
You seen that grizzly hunter that got his face taken off with his dad or with his son?
Yeah, I seen it.
Dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to hunt a grizzly. It's like my dream,
with a professional.
with a guide.
Or
in
a
Alaska.
guide or somebody that's done this.
Someone that's done it
years
numerous times their whole life. And like I'm going to pay pretty money for it.
Yeah.
Like make sure that this dude knows his shit. But yeah, it'd be that's my ultimate, bucket list goal.
I'd like to see a moose.
Yeah, moose too. I saw a video of a moose today that looked like a fucking bull. It was built like a tank.
They're
Like
so
it was just
big.
it was like muscular as fuck. It looked like it was on steroids.
Big. Yeah. We backpacking out in this fucking wilderness, dude. And we don't fucking know Minnesota. It's not like Michigan,
Okay.
And
what is Minnesota like?
There's a lot of, it's very rocky, but there's lots of forest too. But it's like lots of like, have you ever been to the Porcupine Mountains? Okay,
No.
it's like a lot of like the escarpment trail there is like you're on a trail and all of a sudden there's like a lot of rock you're like walking on.
Okay.
It's a lot of that there. But yeah, so we're deep in this and we're by this lake by ourselves for the night. There's nobody else out there. We didn't see anybody else out there. As far as like the passes that we seen, there was nobody else that had there's only like 3 other places you could camp out there. Nobody had. So we're out there completely alone, and you're just at that time we had tents. This last time we brought hammocks, but you're just completely alone, and all this, there's like that place. They had a lot of moose. That's why I was hoping to see a moose out there. And bear and shit like you'd find in a Michigan forest too.
Yep.
And you start
moose,
so the whole day, not moose, but so like the whole day, you're like having fun. Obviously you're bitching sometimes because it's fucking a bitch to get out there with all your shit. And then it starts to get darker, and you're like, you got the fire, and then it's just dark, and you're like, fuck, dude.
Dude, when it gets dark,
We're the only ones out here.
Yep.
We know that.
When it gets dark out in the forest too, it gets fucking dark.
No service.
No, yep.
Like you were
It
saying,
gets
no service.
stupid dark, and it's
Stupid
like if
dark.
anything happens, you're fucked.
And so it's like dark, and we got our tent. This time we had a tent, a very very small tent, because you want it lightweight. We get in this fucking tent, right? And all of a sudden, the first time I ever heard, like, we figured out it was a loon. Like the fucking Great Lakes loons.
No.
You know what a loon is?
No.
Dude, it's like a big ass fucking bird that's got like the big fucking mouth thing.
Oh yeah.
You're just sitting in our fucking tent. All of a sudden you just hear, a loon, like echoing across the water and shit. I swear to God, it says its name when it fucking howls like that. A loon. So it sounds like a loon. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You ever heard a cougar yell?
No. What does it sound like?
It sounds
like a baby crying, doesn't it?
Dude, it sounds like a little girl or someone screaming bloody murder, like they're fucking dying.
Yeah,
and,
I have heard that.
And that's
scary.
It's intimidating, because if you didn't know that was a cougar, you would run into the woods like trying to help thinking someone's dying,
and then you'd run right to your death.
Then you'd run to your fucking death to a fucking cougar.
So we're fucking in this tent. We hear this loon shit, right? So I'm like, fuck, all right. So I grabbed the fucking bear spray because now I'm like fucking nervous. It was just a bird. I'm like, that's a fucking bird. Whatever. All right. But now I got the bear spray. I'm just like clutching it. I was like going to sleep, right? And we fucking hear, I shit you not, because we both fucking looked. Just close by the tent, we hear.
Right, like something
walking by the fucking tent. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's why you.
It could have been a fuking deer.
That's why you always need a gun on you.
Right, I know.
And then you just walk out there and you go bang, 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 bang.
Well, that leads me to my point about
everything runs.
I was gonna say about the bear spray is the bear spray. If you're the draft of the wind is going towards you, you're fucked. You can't use your bear spray. But also, if you are in a situation where you run up on a hill and a bear is charging after you, me with a gun. I have to be extremely accurate to hit that fucking bear in the head.
And not only that, but under the circumstance and the adrenaline
pressure,
and the shaking,
pressure, yeah.
Like good luck, dude. Even
Right.
when I'm safe and I see, like the kill I want coming next to me, dude. Dude, I swear the other day, like even it was my first kill of the year, so I got excited. But I remember I pulled back and I was looking at. Even when I saw him, it was like instant adrenaline.
Instant.
And then, dude, fucking instant. And then, dude, I remember holding back and like trying to aim, and I was just like, why the fuck can I not keep still? Like,
Yeah.
I had to like give myself a second to calm down. And I was like, and I took my time with it. But then, like, dude, in the moment, if a bear is charging me and I didn't know it was coming, and I have like 3 seconds to react and pull that trigger, I'm fucked.
Fucked.
Absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I mean.
That's why you need to have a whole team when everyone's got guns on them.
Everyone. Yeah. Do-do-do-do.
Right.
All 4 of us.
We all shooting each other.
Yeah. One died, but we all survived. But the rest of us survived, so we good.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Yeah, if I had a gun, I would be fucked either way because I'd be like,
Yeah, fuck that.
and then fucking it jams or something. Who the fuck knows? But
Dude.
I don't know. I think bear spray for me is probably my best bet, but hopefully the wind isn't blowing at me.
My friend came
I
out.
can shoot like 400 feet away.
Yeah, he came out of the woods at night after the evening hunt where I hunt at.
Yeah.
And it was pitch black and dark out, and he's walking out, and some dude was walking in the middle of the woods, not wearing camo or anything, just in regular clothes. Dude, we're in the
Flashlight? Did the other guy have a flashlight?
I don't think he had a flash. I don't remember him telling me he had a flashlight or anything, but he might have. But no, he didn't, because Jose walked up on him with his, and it was like it took him by surprise. But he was in the middle of, dude, we're in the middle of effing nowhere, no service, no nothing.
Yeah.
And the guy like asked him, he's like, why are you out here? And he's like, I'm hunting. And he's like, are you here alone? He said, no, I have, a group of guys waiting on me right now, like up there 100 yards away or so. But he's lying. He was out there by himself. And he's like, how dude, they know you're here? He's like, yeah. And he was just asking him weird questions. And then Jose said he just like got really weird, and he just like backed up and walked away and just kept walking. And and he kept looking back because he was like, what the fuck was that?
So like Jose kept walking.
Right.
The guy kind of was still like
he was, Jose
wanting to
thinks
talk to
maybe
him.
the dude was like having just like a mental breakdown.
That's
And maybe
weird,
he was
dude.
like going out
No
there to like kill
flashlight.
someone, because he asked him all those questions of like, if I do this, am I gonna get caught?
Yeah.
And it's like, but Jose's a big dude, and he's a professional like MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel bad for the dude that decides
Tries
to
to
go
fuck
ahead.
with him, yeah.
But even then, it's like, and Jose was like, I think the reason he didn't go at me is because of my answers to those questions, and because I'm, intimidating looking.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I was like, he said to me, he's like, if I was you, he's like, he probably would have killed me. And he's like, ever since then, he goes out there, even during bow season, he has CPL, but he goes out there with a gun, knives, like a big ass knife on his side.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, he ain't gonna fight someone in the woods.
Dude, that's weird,
Like-
dude. We could have been all methed out, too.
Right.
You're in
exactly. It was
Allegan.
in Allegan. So yeah. Yep. It very well
Could have been
could've
going to his meth trailer.
But it's like, he could have.
You
We're in
know,
the middle
I
of
mean-
nowhere, dude. We're in Meth Town, but it's yeah, dude. It's like you can't fight someone in the woods either. If anyone wants to do anything to you in the woods, like, because if you fight someone in the woods away from all help by yourselves in the middle of the fucking forest, like, you're fighting to the death.
Yeah, there's nobody to stop the
Right.
fight.
Like that's. Yeah.
So like
I
you
would
could
never do
try,
that.
you could like get on him and you're like, I won the fight. Get up, and if he still comes at you again, like you have to defend yourself.
Yep. No. And it's like, even if you come across another hunter and you're in each other's territory, or one does something stupid or pisses the other one off or whatever, and you finally see each other out in the woods and you just start going at it. It's like, hell no, I will not fight another hunter or anything. Absolutely not.
Yeah, well,
Anyone comes at me or assaults me in the woods for whatever reason, like, that's my life, so I'm gonna defend it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I don't fuck around in the woods. Like, I don't trust anybody. I steer clear of
just
everybody.
So creepy,
And I just
dude.
stay to myself. And I'm like, no one, if you see me, act like you didn't. Like, just walk away.
I just can't get over the fact of like he's walking back. It's dark.
Yeah, it was super creepy.
It's dark, and then you just come upon this person walking in.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
flashlight.
Walking in while it's like this, the sun just went down. Like, why are
Yeah.
you coming into the woods when it just? It's when you come in the dark in the middle of the night because you're waiting for morning. That's different. I do that. We all do that. But walking in while the sun went down. And then asking those questions in the middle of the woods to some random dude.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
creepy.
it's like, dude, you were about to try to kill him or something.
Like, I would just be startled coming upon him. Like, whoa, where the fuck do you come
Right,
from?
for real. Yep. Yeah, it'd be weird.
You could have jumped out of nowhere and just fucking attacked my
Yeah,
ass.
dude, and a lot of times at night too, you're looking at the ground while you walk with your
'Cause you
headlamp because you have to
trying-
watch where you're
right.
walking because you're in the fucking woods. Then you look up and there's someone right there in front of you.
You gotta get one
Holy
that tilts.
shit. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like, hell no, walking up and then looking up and someone's in front of you, dude. I would be like, yep. I don't know. I'd grab a gun right away, or if I was carrying arrows or a knife, something.
Even when I'm
I don't
hiking
know,
during
dude.
the day, like when we're going on we're hiking miles and shit, you know. No, I'll be like looking at the ground a lot just because it's uneven territory. You're trying
Right.
to watch where you know like, where you're going,
Yeah.
so you don't trip and fall. Because again, even if you trip and fall and break your ankle, again, no service. You're mile or two in. For us, like we say, we're just like 3 miles in, like 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Broken ankle. You got to get the fuck out of there.
Good luck. Yep, that would suck. I think about that too. I'm like, dude, if I do like fall off that tree stand or something bad happens to me,
Right.
like,
Well, that's you
what do I do?
You got the harness.
Like, or even like my legs are fucked. So it's like if I slip or something happens to my legs, and then I have to like get myself out of there.
But yeah.
Yep,
But yeah, I guess.
that shit's dangerous as hell. But it's when you pull it off, it's a thrill too. Like it's primal. I swear it's primal.
Yeah.
It's like when you go in there and you like pull it off and like do what you're supposed to, and you went through all that danger and hard work and everything to, you know, reap the benefits.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a good feeling. Like the other day I found a bunch of chicken in the woods mushrooms out there.
Okay.
So the other day, like when I processed the deer, you know, I like hooked up some of the back strap and had like a meal with that, and like the mushrooms I found, and then like I went to a farmer's market and had like vegetables and shit from it.
Right.
Like that's a good feeling, being able to
Yeah.
sustain yourself like that.
Yeah.
It's a really
It's gotta
good
be.
feeling. It's super
I mean,
healthy.
it should be.
It's as organic as it's gonna get. too.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
And it should be. That's why I have all the respect for it.
Yeah,
Even
it's
though I've never
super
really
rewarding.
been the hunter, like I still respect all the shit. I listen to like podcasts about it. And shit. It's very interesting. And I like it. And I like hearing the stories and stuff. I just, you know, my dad didn't really have a gun. He never owned a gun. You know, I just wasn't brought up in that.
Right.
You know, my uncles and shit did, but they were always assholes. So I didn't
Well-
want to go. I had opportunities. Like I went with my grandpa the one time, but like they were just fucking assholes. I'm like, I don't want to fucking go hunting with you guys. Fuck that.
Like when my dad growing up though, like he was in it, and my whole family was into it. My uncle, grandpa, I had cousins. You know, we had deer camp and all that.
Yeah.
But I would go up there as a kid and just kind of tag along because I wasn't old enough to, you know, I wasn't 12.
Right.
I couldn't bow hunt. I wasn't 14. I couldn't gun hunt, you know.
Right.
So they would all go hunting while I stayed at the cabin. But I do remember being around all the deer hanging and,
Yeah.
you know, and all
yeah,
that.
that's what I
And,
remember
like,
and shit too.
but as I got older, I mean, very rarely, a select few times throughout my life, my dad actually took me hunting and like, you know, like let me hold the gun. Never got anything, but
Right.
then like I gave up for years and years and years. But then when I became an adult, one day, I don't know, I was just like, you know, like I was like, I want to go fucking do that.
Right.
And so I figured out how to do it. Like I had a friend that was into it, so I got a hold of him, and you know, we kind of started hanging out and fishing a lot together. And then then he kind of explained to me, you know, the basics of it, and I fucking went out there and, you know, figured it out.
Yeah.
And now I like it. Now I'm really into it. Because once you do it on your own, like fully on your own, like decide where you're going to go, you know, get all the equipment, go out in the woods, set it all up, like find your spot, you know, scout your land, and like, you know, do your research on what means what, like with deer in the ground, and, you know, watching their shit trails. And
Right.
but then like once you like find that and it works, and it's like, holy fuck,
I did it.
I just fucking did that completely by myself.
I fucking did it.
Like that's a good feeling. That's a
Yeah.
that's a manly ass feeling, especially when
Yeah.
you drag it out and you hang it up and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
all
Oh
cleaned
yeah.
up.
And if you do it all yourself,
Yeah,
too, the
and then
cleaning.
you process it and it's in the fucking freezer.
Yep.
You know, like I vacuum sealed all my shit the other day.
Oh hell yeah.
Like got it all in the freezer. Like I turned my apartment into like a butcher shop. Dude, it gets nasty and messy, but then I like bleach everything down once everything's, taken care of.
Right.
And then yeah, it's a good feeling. Super good feeling.
It is. It should be. I can only imagine because I have never had the feeling of doing it, but
Some
I remember
shit.
seeing them coming back with the deer and just the pure excitement and everything over
Yeah.
we got one or whatever. That's because now like
Dude,
your freezer's stocked.
I saw a buck on the side of the freeway today that was obliterated. Looked like a semi made it explode. But it was on the side of the road, and it was an 8-point rack. And it was just, like, still intact. The skull was still intact. And I just passed it by real quick, like, on my way here. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I wanted to turn around so bad and go cut the head off. So I'm serious. Like, the body was wrecked. It exploded. I was like, dude, let me save that skull and rack. Because then I can make a Euro mount, like with just the skull, everything taken off in the rack. Dude, it makes such a good studio decoration. Holy shit.
Well, that was, remember when we were on our way to Trevor's?
Yeah.
And that
lady,
yeah.
She almost hit a deer.
Yeah, where you thought.
I thought she hit it at
if she
first.
we pulled over to I thought we were going to see if she was okay. I was like, you're like, well, if she fucking hit a deer, I'm grabbing that fucking
I was like, I'm gutting it.
I'm filling my freezer.
I'm keeping the head too.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Dude, I wanted that buck so bad, but I was late to come here, and I was like, I can't turn around. I wanted to so bad.
Well, I'll touch on the music thing, I guess, too, because you brought it up, but there's nothing really there.
No motivation no more? It's just gone.
Well, there's nothing up my alley of what I would want to play. That's
What would
just
you want to play?
That's just
Like Lamb of God?
no, not necessarily. I don't even know if I want to play metal.
Really?
Maybe
what a really successful metal band, like Lamb of God type stuff?
What?
What if you had the opportunity to do that?
If I had the opportunity and I knew it was legit,
Yeah.
then yeah, probably.
Would
pick
you
it back
enjoy
up.
it?
Yeah. No, I miss being on stage. Don't get me wrong. I just don't.
It's not like what it
I
used to
could make time for it by eliminating some other shit, and if it was something that I really felt like could go somewhere or was gonna work good. But I'm also having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah,
Even,
I can tell you enjoy this more.
And I like creating videos, and I've always liked doing
what about
that.
drum covers and stuff? Like what I do.
Why? I don't.
'Cause it's
Because I'm not.
BA.
Because first of all, I'm not that fucking good of a drummer.
I think you are. You just got to practice.
Well, yeah, I could, and I could probably
You
learn
could
it
get
all.
really fucking good.
But that's gonna soak up a lot of time.
Yeah,
too.
it would.
Yeah, I think yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm a shit drummer, but I'm not drum covers and shit. People.
That's how you get good.
But when people want to watch a drum cover, they want to watch it precisely done exactly how they do it. And I don't want to put on all that fucking time on learning exactly how.
That's what I do.
Right, I know.
And it takes a lot of time. It's hard, but
Right.
it's a lot. I think it's easier to do your own music because when you're doing a cover, at least when you're doing it right or improving on it,
Yeah.
if you legitimately do better, you have to imitate what comes natural for somebody else. There's their picking style, how hard you pick something, where your pinches are, just the vibrato of certain notes and how you're connecting them. And I think it's a lot easier playing your own shit versus having to capture that body movement of someone else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I do. Yeah, it's
At least when you're doing it right, note for note.
anytime we were gonna try to play a cover or do anything like that, I'd be like, okay, we'll play the cover and I'll make it sound
Right.
just like it. I'm gonna do everything,
close.
but if there's a certain fill that I haven't had time to learn or whatever, I'm gonna do a fill
Right.
that
just
will
something,
sound good.
Make something up.
But it's
improv
not
it.
gonna be exact.
Right.
Yeah, but my philosophy always was when you're in a fucking bar, anyways.
Yeah, no one fucking knows.
Nobody fucking
But
cares if you
for
do the exact same
videos
thing.
and the internet, it's got to be spot on.
Besides, I seen one. Actually, the band, the shirt I'm wearing right now, they were fucking playing a show, and they had a drummer that was filling in for them, and they played "Ruin" by Lamb of God.
Okay.
And there's that part in there where it stops, and he does that drum fill, ting, and then they like go in. You have to nail that. That's got to be the fill.
Yep.
Something that stands out like that, because I heard it and I was like, oh, he fucking nailed it.
Oh,
Ting!
yeah.
And then they fucking, and then he nailed it. I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, because you
But
knew
if
that.
he didn't do that, you'd have been like, oh.
If he would have put in his own fill, like,
I
ting,
watched-
like, oh.
I watched a Metallica cover band not too long ago, a few months ago at the intersection. That was,
Four Horsemen?
yeah, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, they're better than Metallica themselves. I fucking said it. Like, dude, it's fucking crazy. But then I watched another Metallica band, tribute band at 20 Monroe, like a few years back. And it was okay.
Battery?
Yeah,
Is it Battery?
I think so.
Yeah.
But the
seen them.
guitarist fucked up such an important part of One and Master of Puppets.
Oh.
Like the where it stops is like when it first does it and it's just guitar, he fucked up so bad, and I was like,
Did they do the
You
thing
son of a
where
bitch.
the drummer and the guitarist switched?
I don't know.
I seen them years ago at the Prime in Bay City, and they did a thing where like the drummer and guitarist like switched instruments for a couple songs.
Oh yeah,
Like the
And it still
guitarist was
worked?
playing. Yeah, like
Still
obviously
did.
they planned it,
right.
But yeah, they were all right. But yeah, I think the Four Horsemen is the
Four
one that
Horsemen.
toured with Metallica. One of them toured with Metallica. I swear
they
to God,
had
they played in the parking
two-
lot.
2 Metallicas.
Yeah, I think they like played in the parking lot or something. They like played other Metallicas. They got so many fucking songs.
Oh yeah,
They could never play all their songs.
yeah. They
It'd be
were
a long ass concert.
4 Horsemen were fucking great though. Good for
Yeah.
them.
I swear one of them toured.
Yeah, I watched them. I was
But
like,
yeah, dude, I just think, this takes up a lot of time, making the clips, doing the Instagram reels and promotions. I mean, you know about doing that with like guitar stuff, but like it just takes up a lot of fucking time. And then trying to find time to like go camping and do like any sort of
Yeah.
exploring, and then come back and like make
that,
videos
and
out of
having
it.
a family.
Yeah, and a family, because you got to, balance all that. And
Dude, I struggle doing what I do right now. And I don't have kids. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm 100%, independent, single. And I still struggle finding time to do, all my shit.
yeah.
I'm like, I have no room for anything else. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. It's like
Yeah.
when, John, he's doing cams now. He's going to stick around for a while, and he's the third guy in doing it. And like I told the last one, and I told him, I'm like, if it's ever feel like it's eating up your schedule or something, just let me know. Like,
Right.
I understand. I'm doing a lot after this. It isn't just like I sit down here and get to bullshit and then, it's all done. It's uploaded.
Yeah,
It's
now
good.
you
Like,
have
there's
to,
a
like,
fucking
edit
lot
it.
on the back
Now you
end
have
to
to
do.
like watch it all
No, I don't.
and like edit.
I don't have to watch it all.
Oh, you don't watch the whole thing.
Fuck no. No, I just go to
make
where
sure I
like
don't
there's
say
a
anything stupid. I probably said a lot of dumb shit today.
yeah, dude. I don't. Yeah, that's
Like
that's all.
especially like
Only
you
P
know,
breaks. P
dude,
breaks. I'll edit
Dave
out.
Chappelle. I'm not gonna do it on yours. Never mind.
Yeah, fuck that.
I fucking.
Let's wrap
love
shit
that
up
dude.
here. This was
Yeah,
fun.
Let's do it.
That's fun. This was fun.
It was fun.
Yep.
I
All right,
was
man.
about to ruin your podcast.
No,
The whole thing.
Jordan's moving to Texas.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm moving to Texas.